if you can afford to buy a house, it doesn't always mean you should. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bogdana, and today I'm gonna go over buying or renting a house. Right now, lately on the market, lots of renters. I just recently rented one bedroom, one bath apartment in Norwalk, and I literally had over 100 inquiries, and there are still a lot of buyers as well, but to me I feel like it's easier to buy a house right now than rent, because it's just crazy amount of people want to rent. For you to decide, let's say you want to buy a house, first of all you want to find out, at least you want to know difference between buying and renting a home, and I get those questions, what's the difference. You also want to ask yourself 3 questions that we're gonna go through, very important 3 questions while you're making this decision. And I will be introducing you to the buy versus rent calculator, where you actually can see if it's worth for you to buy that home or not. So you all probably know, if you rent your home, you are not owning it. So the biggest difference that the ownership, and also, you know, you get a lot of less responsibilities, sometimes none in some apartments complexes when you rent. So let's say if you rent luxury apartments, which goes like about 4,000 a month, then you have all the privilege that you might want. You have a fitness club, you have a pool, you have all maintenance. It's everything paid for you, all utilities, all internet included, cable included, everything. So you just move in and you live, and you pay that $4,000 a month, and you treat it like a king or queen. But if you rent just regular sea-level apartment, maybe B, you know, there are levels of apartments, then you pay average or minimum rent that required by owner, and it actually has to comply with state law. So those kind of apartments, you're gonna pay pretty much for your own utilities. Usually owners still typically pays for water and trash on apartment units, but if you rent a house, then you're pretty much responsible, as owners would be, for all utilities. The only thing you're not responsible for in houses like that, for maintenance. You would still call management property or owner. If you own a home, let's say you buy a home and it's yours, so you need to be prepared to take all the responsibilities on yourself, and there will be no management company to call for, or landlord to yell on that something breaks, and be ready to spend some money. Like let's say if your water heater breaks, then you need to replace that, and that might be $1,000 out of your pocket. So you need to be ready and have some money on the side like that to make sure you can fix everything you need. A house is a big commitment of both your time and money. So if somebody asks you, why do you want to buy a house? And then you can say, because I'm wasting money on rent, or because it's a good investment, and it's true. So, but maybe you're mentally not prepared for what happened aftermath, after you buy that home. So before you start thinking of buying a house, you should ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, how long am I planning to stay in this home? Time is very important, because if you just want to stay for a year or 2, then no, you should rent. You cannot buy a house, because you can, but it will just not make financial sense. So you might want to raise family there. You might want to stay at least 5 years, and you make sure you like the location you're gonna stay, because when you rent, you know, you can just move wherever you want and next year, but now you stuck pretty much. You bought this home and you have to live there, and you have to settle for at least 5 years. If that's the case, then you should buy a house. With ownership comes not just responsibilities, but benefits as well. So you build equity in a house, right, through the years, And also you can write off your mortgage payment and taxes. Question number 2 you want to ask, how much savings do I have right now? As we know, you need to put down payment on a house, and the more the better. If you have cash, perfect. But if you wanna get a loan, then you need to put small down payment. 20% is ideal. It's been always, a lot of you probably know about 20% loan, conventional loan. First of all, you're gonna get a better rate, and also you're gonna save on mortgage insurance, because there is a mortgage insurance if you put less than 20% down. But there are also other options, and you can see what is better. If should I invest this money 20% right now, or maybe I just put 3.5% down, since we have those programs for first home buyers that Federal Housing Association helps our first home buyers to achieve their dream homes, and they offer this program with 3.5% down for you, and it's also very good loan to get if you don't have 20% down, or maybe you do have a good savings but you don't want to put them all in the house. You want to keep some for maintenance, right? You want to keep some maybe to invest in stock or make money somewhere else, right? Instead of keeping in the house. So you choose, and we provide usually few scenarios for you, with 20% down, with 3.5% down, with 5% down, 10, whatever you actually choose to put. But I'm just kind of giving you options. And if you have a good, decent savings like that, maybe at least 5% down, then you should consider buying. The third question is, what is my credit score? This big one. It's if it's above 700, then you should consider. I know ideal score is 740 and plus, that's when you get the best rates, but people with even lower than 700, you can get at 680, and at 640 you can still get a house, but your rate will be substantially high. And with higher rates right now, your payment might be too high for you to afford. And one other major factor that you need to have is, of course, income. If you W-2 or you're self-employed, doesn't matter where you make those money, but you do need to have consistent income, unless you're buying for cash. So if you're buying for cash, then you don't need income. You just go and buy a house. Cash is king, always been, always will be. But remember, not only monetary factors play a crucial role in home buying process. You should also ask yourself, what are my long-term goals? What is my plan? What is my major life changes in the near future? Let's say if you are a young family and you guys waiting for a baby, it's gonna be a big change. So you need to factor that out, how much it's gonna cost you, how much money you need to spend on that, so it doesn't break your budget. And finally, I want to introduce you to this calculator. So you're gonna go to Google and look for calculator. I have this one already because I've been searching, but you can actually go and find any calculator that says you can put rent versus buy calculator, and there are tons of different options. I prefer this one. It has really great information, and here you can set up all the numbers. Let's say you buy $500,000 home with a 20% down, interest rate about right, 5%, 30-year fixed, buying closing costs, we can do 2%, because that's what pretty much it goes between 2 and 2%, between actually 2 and 3%, 2 and 4%, but we're gonna do 2. Property taxes, let's leave 1.5. It's actually 1.25, but there's city tax, so might be all right there. Property tax increase, we actually have 1% because of Prop 13. and homeowners insurance for this condo would be maybe 800, but maybe even less. I just do maximum, but maybe you don't even need home insurance because it's condo, and some condominiums they have master homeowners insurance. Let's put, but I'm gonna put just so you have better idea. If you have $350 HOA fees, maintenance and cost, let's leave 1.5% a year. You might not have that, but let's keep it. Home value appreciation, 3% a year. Cost, it might go even more in California, which is good thing because appreciation actually based on all the prices going up constantly. Cost, insurance increase, I don't believe it's 3% a year, it's probably like 0.5% a year. And selling closing costs, let's say when you want to sell this house, I guess, so we can leave it 8%. It all depends on what commission they're gonna pay, and if it's 5%, then maybe like 2% of to sell this home, so it would be 7%, so I'm gonna leave 8%. And let's see on home rent. Home like that, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, you can rent for $2,000 right now. And rental increase fees, usually it's like 10%, but when you rent for a year, first year you will be locked, so nobody gonna raise your rent. Rental insurance you might have or might not. It's a owner decides if you need one, but actually it's up to you, because renters insurance for your personal property only. You get security deposit there, and upfront cost $50 is for application and credit check. Now this is your information here. Average investment return you want, maybe 5% you want, right, from this investment. The thing is that right now on average it's like 3.5–4%. I don't even know if there are 4%. Very, very low investment return. Marginal federal tax rate, I believe, yeah, it's your income taxes, so it's also going to be very personal and depends on what taxes you pay, so you can change that. And let's calculate. So for you to buy a home, it says buying is cheaper if you stay for 5 years or longer. Otherwise, renting is cheaper. So make sure you understand this graphs. And here also is all this average buying cost and average renting cost. You can go year by year and see when you start gaining. And that's your information again. There are also really nice information about should I rent or buy, about what to expect when buying a home, about kind of explains what principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and all this FHA loan calculator. You can calculate your own loan, what to know when renting. It's like really, really nice information on this site as well. And if you have more questions, please reach out. I will personally go step by step and figure it out for you what you need to in order to buy or rent. But let's change this. We can go and change this calculator to, let's see what happens if you put only, let's see, minimum 3.5% down. How long you need to, that's all what we're changing. So now if you put less money down, so you break even a little sooner, 5.3 years, still 5 years or longer. And if we go to 5%, it's just going to be the same, probably, most likely. And let's go 5%, and you can see 5, the same thing. Okay, so that's your mortgage calculator right here. Calculator.net. Awesome place to visit and figure out what you need to know, how long you need to stay in order to buy, or if you want to rent, you rent. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.